Blazers. Welcome back to another episode of Mondays with Morgan, your one-stop shop for all things BlazeVIEW. Today, I'm here to talk about intelligent agents. I love intelligent agents. So intelligent agents, it is something that's built into D2L, and it allows us as the instructor to reach out to students kind of automatically based on certain attendance requirements we've set. So this is a really good way to catch those students who kind of start slipping a little bit in your class. Maybe they log in every once in a while, they get some work done, but you notice they're not logging in quite enough to be effective in your course. So we're going to use intelligent agents to help reach them. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look. I'm on my home page for whatever course it is that I'm going to be putting my intelligent agents into. Now, the intelligent agent link is going to be on the left of your screen. Okay, so we'll need to scroll down under course administration here. Okay, we'll scroll down to communication, and then we'll see intelligent agents. So let's check it out. So this will be your list of intelligent agents. You can set up different intelligent agents. So for instance, you can set them up based on um, you can put different conditional releases on each intelligent agent. So I want to only talk to students who haven't logged in for 5 days and who also missed quiz 1. Or I want to only talk to students who haven't been in for 5 days and have also missed quiz 2. So you can set up multiple intelligent agents if you'd like. Okay, and all of those you set up will be found here. We haven't created one yet, so let's make one. So we'll head to new. The very first thing you'll want to do is give your intelligent agent a name. So we'll just slap a name on there real quick. Okay, now you'll select your agent is enabled or not. And obviously all that's going to do is it's kind of like versus published or draft mode. So if it's enabled, it's in published mode. It will run the way that you set it up. And if it's not enabled, you're going to have to go back in and enable it before it'll run. Okay, you can give it a description if you'd like. That's more for you, so you know that this is just the first week's attendance, right? So then the next intelligent agent you want to run is second week's attendance plus missing a quiz. So that's more for you. Okay, so now the first thing you have to do is figure out the criteria for your intelligent agent. So first off, do you want it to go to anyone who's visible in the class list, or would you like it to go to just users with specific roles? So for instance, if you have different kinds of users in your course, okay, you will want to maybe only send it to students, right? It's up to you, okay? Obviously, the easiest thing to do would just be to send it to everybody who's visible in the class list. All right, now we can do login activity or course activity. Now, login activity means logging into BlazeVIEW. That doesn't necessarily mean that they've accessed your course and done anything in it. So I typically encourage course activity. Okay, that's going to be very specific to whatever specific course you're putting your intelligent agent into. Okay, so user has not accessed course for at least. So that means that that's going to run when that number of days has been reached, or user has accessed course during the past however many days. Okay, so I tend to like this one. User has not accessed course for at least, we'll say 5 school days, right? Okay, that would be a whole week that they haven't accessed your course. Now, here's again where you can create and attach different release conditions. So maybe you want to attach a release condition based on if they've visited different content topics, and you can select the different content topics here, okay? Or maybe you want to do discussion posts, okay? If they've done a discussion post. So that's up to you. You can kind of decide and pick and choose with that. Okay, and you don't have to have a release condition at all. So if you choose to not have a release condition, then this intelligent agent will only be sent out to students who do not access your course for at least 5 days. Okay, actions. Now here's where we get to decide what happens. So you have a couple different um, uh, choices for repetition of your intelligent agent. So do you want it to only get sent out once? So that means that it's only going to get sent out the very first time that initiating user, okay, or the student who reaches the criteria, once they satisfy it, it'll just go out the one time and that's it? Or do you want it to email them every single time they have not accessed your course for 5 days? You'll decide. Okay, so those are your options um, to choose from. Okay, now I would encourage you to select the send an email. Okay, so this means that for the intelligent agents, instead of it just running a report for you, just so you can see who hasn't accessed your course for 5 days or whatever the criteria is that you've set. Um, in this case, the student's going to be aware as well, and they're going to receive an email. So the email is going to come from do not reply at vsu.view.usg.edu, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So, two. Now, this is kind of the important part right here, right? In the to, we want it to go to the initiating user, okay? We want it to go to the initiating user. So think back to that replacement string that I taught you guys in the first video, the first name replacement string. In this case, we want to put the initiating user replacement string. So it's going to auto-populate anybody's email who meets the requirements of your intelligent agent, okay? You can give it a subject. Uh-oh, you need to access my course, or whatever you'd like to put there. You can type a quick email. Okay. You have not been present in class, right? Here are the things that you need to make sure you're working on. Here's what's going to happen if you don't log in and get started and do some things. Okay, so that's the message that's going to automatically be sent. Okay. Now, the last choice you get to make is scheduling, okay? Scheduling. So for scheduling, do you want to use a schedule? And so that means that the intelligent agent is going to run based on your schedule. So then once you create this intelligent agent, you can be totally hands-off if you've created the schedule, okay? You can choose this to run daily, weekly, monthly, or annually, okay? Probably weekly or monthly would be preferable. Or daily. It's totally up to you. You decide, okay? Now, all this means is that this is when the intelligent agent is going to run to see if anybody has satisfied, okay, the requirements of this agent, okay? So remember, if you've set up your intelligent agent to only run or to only email students the first time they meet the requirements, if this runs every day and they meet it every day, it's only going to email them the first time they meet it, okay? So just remember that your settings also kind of dictate when the students are going to get the notification. Okay, or you can just choose to do it manually, in which case you'll not use a schedule. When you're done, you'll save and close, and then your list will populate here. Okay, so you can do a couple different things with your intelligent agent once it's been created. You can do a practice run. So this will give you all of the data, but will not email students. I think that's really handy sometimes too. It's great for early intervention. So you can personally reach out to students who pop up on the practice run list. Okay, or you can also run now. And so that will email students or contact students, whatever you've chosen, that meets your criteria. Okay. You can also view the history of the intelligent agent. So for instance, if you've run it several times, you can export the history, you can view the history and see which students were flagged multiple times. Okay, that's intelligent agents. It's a great way to be a little proactive about reaching our students. And once you set it up, you're pretty much done and it'll do all the work for you. Let me know if you have any questions. Bye guys.